Hey guys, it is garden time. You ready, babe?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Hey guys, welcome back to American Heritage Homestead. Welcome to our garden. We are starting our first garden of the year, 2026. My husband is adding some fresh soil over there because my chickens were able to get into it. They turned it into a dust bath and the soil was destroyed. And so we are going to do some planting today. But one thing I was thinking about is the importance of our heritage, right? And why I named it American Heritage Homestead. Heritage is really something that you pass down, and it is a tradition, right? And a lot of times we often forget those things and forget to pass on those traditions or keep those traditions. And so that is something that is my heart here, is I want to go back to the beginning, back to the ways of old, right? The way that God designed us to live. And a lot of times that is, planting seeds, sowing things, working by the sweat of your brow, and then enjoying that beautiful harvest at the end and passing that on to my children and teaching them these things so that they can in turn do that with their kids. So yesterday I actually bought some starts and I was working in the garden with my son while my husband was at work. And I said to him, I hope that you do this with your children one day. And I really hope that this would maybe inspire you guys to start your own gardens, do it with your children. I planted everything yesterday and did water it good, and everything is wilted. These are not right now, but everything else that I planted, my broccoli and my tomatoes and my peppers, are all very, very hot. So I'm going to try to water this without wetting the leaves. It is not good to wet your leaves while it is so hot. So I'm just going to try to get everything at the roots and water well, and then I'll plant some more seeds. And my poor kale that my chickens came in and destroyed. I really don't like wetting the leaves because then bacteria can spread. And we're going to put wood chips in all these beds to keep the weeds down. Sorry, broccoli. And I'm going to go very gentle, not get the leaves. I'm so upset that all of my broccoli is literally laying down, so it's very hard to not get the leaves. These are still standing. Okay, so he's piling up all the wood chips. You can see he just started putting them in here. Then we're gonna add in there. And I'm a little upset because my fencing was put up yesterday, and I'm guessing the one black chicken that always gets in did. So one of my tomato plants is missing. So there's 5 in this bed, 6 in that bed. My husband just covered all of those. And honestly, the wood chips are so good at keeping down the weeds and keeping it more moist, even though peppers love hot. So he's gonna do this bed after. He just added some fresh soil and wood chips here, and I think I'm gonna do some lettuce. Thank you, Lovey. Okay, so in this bed, I'm gonna do some beans, green beans. I have a few different ones. These are Roma bush. Honestly, my son wanted to plant his flowers somewhere, and this is where he chose. So I'm gonna do small things around it, so you can still see the flowers in the middle. So I have Roma bush beans. I'm gonna do, I think these are all from Baker's Creek. I have the yellow beans, dragon tongue, and green beans. So we're gonna just mix them around. I don't have to dig holes, I'm doing seeds. I'm thinking I'm planting plants.
No,
All right, so how far should I space these babies? 4 inches. I want it to be even ground. Okay. I just weeded. It is crazy how quick these come up. Although he's gonna put the wood chips down to suppress the weeds. I don't want any living in here. Okay. Okay, 4-inch spacing, 1/2 inch to 1 inch depth. So I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna put them around before I put them in so I know I put a seed there. All right, so these are all gonna be my greens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, ooh, a caterpillar, 8, I might as well use these up, 9, 10, I'll do yellow, a few of those, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So dragon tone. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Babe, I don't see anything at the edge of
4.
this one.
No, there's not.
Okay.
I should have told you that. Sorry. I can do one more on the outside there. I like to space evenly. Okay. So, in between these. So 1, 2. What would I do without you? What would I do without you?
Figure it out.
Okay, because you can't see after you put the seeds in the ground, I kept them all along the outside so you can see. I have them spaced evenly, all different kinds along the perimeter. Can you see the black ones? And then I just did white seeds or bush beans that are going to go around the middle circle, and the flower will stay put. So I decided that I want to do in this bed some carrots and beets. I'm sad because I really don't have as many carrot seeds as I thought I did. So I'm just going to start with one row and see how many I get in that. Over there we have some volunteer cherry tomato plants that basically we had the cherry tomato plants there the year before the seeds dropped. There are so many sprouting. I'll show you after. And so I'm not going to mess with that bed much. I will do some stuff on the other half of it. But here I will do carrots, beets, see what happens. And then I have a little field over there that I want to do some of the starts that I have. Zucchini. I squeezed too many zucchini in here last time and there was just not enough airflow, not enough space to put that many zucchini. So I said, you know what? We're going to do a little tilling on the ground over there and I'm going to try my plants in the ground and see how they do because they'll have much more room to sprout. And I love lettuce, so I think I'm going to do a bigger row on the ground of lettuce too. But for now, let's get some carrots in. So I'm going to use this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to wet it first because my husband's going to put more wood chips on after, so at least this will seal in some water. And then I'm going to use this to make a straight line for my rows. Let's see what I can get in here. So I'm going to try to do with a little amount of carrot seeds I have, I'll start this row with carrot seeds and then I'll put probably beets to fill it in. And I don't know why I'm planting all of this food because I'm just going to have a filled kitchen and filled gardens and not so much to do with it, but we shall see. I'm going to start here. I really think I have like nothing in here. I don't. It is like a baby handful, but better than nothing, right? So I'm going to drop a few carrots here. And you got to pay attention to where you started. so you know where to continue. So where this green is, that was yellow. Now I'm gonna do these. Oh my gosh, there's none in here. Are you kidding me? I feel like they just emptied. No. All right, so my carrot dreams. Oh wait, I did the wrong packet. I did orange. Now I'm gonna do yellow. Okay, this one has a little more. How you doing, Bubby?
God, it's just hot.
I know it. It is very hot right now. All right, and so I'm gonna just keep continuing here, sewing through, please. I like to over sew in case, but I can't be as generous and I don't have as many seeds as I want. Okay, we're almost there. I got one row of carrots. Hallelujah.
You go, babe.
But that's all I had in seeds. I'm a little upset. I really thought I had more, but at least we have. Oh, there's a few more. Stick back.
I need it.
Oh.
I'll set up all the fencing around the beds.
I know, I just need to make my lines with that.
Oh.
Why can't you use
Can you use one of these? Pliers, please.
What wire? This?
Alright, so I'm going to make a line for my beets.
Here, come here. Grab pliers.
They really don't need to be that far apart. Also, don't listen to me because I squeeze in a lot more than I should.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
I don't think we should do this. You know why?
Why?
The chickens can fly over it.
They haven't. They didn't last year when it was tight. As far as beets go, I have Detroit dark red and golden beets. And I do have this brilliant beet blend. Oh, I do want to try that too. We'll start with red. And I didn't cover anything yet, so I see what I have going on over here. I cannot wait to eat some fresh garden food. I'm so tired of going to the supermarket and paying so much money for toxic food.
Here. Come down here. And just kind of go around it. So that around the celery is all this stuff. Careful.
Beautiful.
All right, grab that piece.
This?
Okay. Taking a little pit stop. We had to stop working because we are going to pick up a rototiller from a friend. Hopefully it is a good rototiller that is working.
Hopefully.
So we can finish some of my planting.
That area quick.
You are?
Okay, she came home and we're praying she stays working. Let's see what she's got. Okay, I wanted to check on everything today. The rain is going to come soon, so I don't have to water anything, and nothing is on the ground dying. Amen. It came back to life. We did a lot of watering, put the wood chips on, so my broccoli is standing up again. Yay! My kale is standing up. I planted a lot of seeds in here yesterday. What did I do? Spinach, kale. Spinach and kale right there. Oh, everything looks great. It was way too hot yesterday to keep recording, but I have carrots and beets in here. I transplanted celery, and as soon as my husband was done tilling, I filled this with acorn squash, zucchini, all different types of squash. I'll put lettuce here. And I'm sure I'll squeeze in some more.